Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing RoboCop, Rogue City. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Zarel. Let's get to it. So today we're exploring the new city, or New Detroit. But before we get to that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and ring that bell to be notified of all future episodes as soon as they go live. So let's get into it. So it's been a long road to get to this point. Even doing just the main campaign missions, this will take you a while to get to. If you do all of the side quests and you try to get all the upgrades and PCB boards, it's going to take obviously even longer. So I think a full playthrough will take you anywhere between I want to say 7 hours, and if you want to do a complete playthrough, it might take you 12 or 14 hours. Of course, it depends on what difficulty level you have it on. But here is the man of the hour, the guy that we've been searching for, that we've been chasing for what seems like forever, Wendell Antonovsky. We followed him, and he's followed us. Kind of in this circular pattern. Sometimes he's chasing after RoboCop, sometimes RoboCop's chasing after him. And this all started right at the beginning of the main campaign, when we started taking out some of the bad guys at the television station. Which kind of caused problems for us at the very beginning.
Smoking kills. So, you finally took care of that, huh?
And now Wendell Antonovsky realizes that his special lighter no longer does what it's supposed to do. Because initially it would cause interference with RoboCop, and that's no longer the case. It took us this long to figure out that there was something going on. I mean, it doesn't help that OCP and basically everyone was saying that there was something wrong either with the hardware of RoboCop or with the psyche of RoboCop. Alex Murphy, if you prefer. So that is kind of an ongoing theme from the very beginning. You kind of take a fall and everything gets weird, and then you have to try and figure out what's going on. Now you can see how much armor these guys have going through. Just seems like you're hitting them and hitting them and hitting them. And I've got the auto loader on this particular PCB board, so I never have to reload the gun. And it has piercer, so it does pierce armor. So even with armor, they're still getting damage, but even with all that, it's taking a long time to take these guys out. Now, I have not done all of the side quests. I've done some side quests. I would say over half. Over half the side quests, found over half of the secrets and stuff. But not all of them by this point. Because I think most people, myself included, kind of get burned out searching for the PCB boards and the upgrades and the skill points and everything else. So at some point you're like, okay, enough's enough. Give me to my next point where I'm supposed to be. Now you can see my health going up slowly while I'm not getting shot at. Okay, that was strange. It was apparently a drop, and he tripped over it. So I do have the furthest upgrade on the vitality tree, which will eventually get me back up to 70% health, so long as I don't get hit. Now, even if you don't have that, you'll go back up to 20% with 0 upgrades. So you don't have to really worry about it. If you run out of repair kits. Now, as you can see, I have all 4 of the active skills at this point. Jeez, that grenade just kept sliding towards me. These heavily armored guys take a lot of abuse before I take them out. Now, the secondary weapon that you have, maybe it'll do a little bit better than the PCB board that you have on your Auto 9. Whew, that was close. 1%. Now, I will say that my armor skill tree is pretty underperforming right now. I don't have it very high. So it's the secondary weapon I have is a shotgun. It's obviously not great unless you're right in front of the guy. Yeah, so I think the PCB board is not the best one that I have, but I haven't spec'd out the best one at this point. Skill points and PCB boards, I would say, are probably the most important things in the game. The more skill points you have, the more points you can put into the different skill trees, and the combat will go a little bit more smoothly. And then the PCB boards will upgrade your Auto 9 gun, which you carry with you all the time, and you don't have to worry about it running out of bullets. Whereas your secondary weapon, I think you start with the shotgun, and then whatever you can pick up throughout the level. Alright, so I can get to 100% there. Yeah, I mean, probably, because I'm going to have to drop down. Now, I think because I have the upgrades for it, I think it's going to take me up to 100% regardless of where I'm at. Alright. And just like that. So at this point, if you've seen the movies, those guys had the big, heavy sniper rifles at one point with explosive rounds. And this is what we're up against. See if I can get an angle on them. Use my active skills. The slow-mo one comes back really quick, but it doesn't fill up when it's available. It just means that it is available, and you're gonna have like half a second. Makes it a little bit easier to see if you're actually hitting the guy or not. There we go. Oh, got hit. That's not good. There. Yeah, as I said, these guys have a whole bunch of armor, and it makes it really difficult to take them out without them doing some damage to you. Now, I believe my combat skill tree is maxed out So I get the maximum bonus to damage because of that. Yeah, while I got that shield up, they don't hit me at all. Well, good news is that they've not taken me down below 70%, because I would automatically auto repair back up to 70%. Alright, there's still more guys up there. Slowly but surely. Yeah, they occasionally seem to be able to hit me through the scoop. Yeah, there they go. Hitting the slow-mo and then hitting the defense. Those, I would say, are the best active skills that you can have. The other ones are okay. The one is the punch, and then the other one is a dash. So dash comes in handy if you need to get forward very quickly. So, I mean, I could use it here. Most of the time, honestly, I forget about the punch and the dash because it is so seldom useful. Oh. Yep. You gotta watch out for those mines. Down to 48%, but I'm going back up. And I can take these guys out. Ah, look at that. There's a panel. I can get back up to 100. That panel upgrade is nice, but it's very, very situational. It's like you come across one. If you don't need it, I mean, what are you going to do? You're just going to pass it by? No, you're going to boost back up to 100%, even if you don't really need it. Yeah, I have to go back and forth, hit them. There we go. They've got a decent amount of, and then make sure there's no mines waiting for me. There, look at that. A repair kit and that big blaster. Heavy sniper. Oop, there's a sniper up top. Look at that. That was off. There we go. Oh, there's another one. Did I get him? Yeah. Whew, that was close. Ended up using my recovery charge just because I have concerns about making it through with all these guys with sniper rifles. Yeah, just like that, down to 15%. Basically, you have to aim at their feet if you don't hit them head on. Yeah, and that was my last shot. Still had at least 2 guys to take care of. Yeah, I think that's it. Too bad there aren't any more sniper rifles lying around. That would have been worth grabbing another one. So as you go through, the heavy machine gun that you can pick up in the beginning is nice. That tends to be really, really good. And then you have the assault rifle that has the scope on it. That one's nice because you can hit any snipers or anyone that's long range fairly easily. And then you've got this heavy sniper rifle, or let's see, what else is there? There's a rocket launcher and grenade launcher. Those are all, I would say, the top tier secondary weapons that you can have. The primary, of course, the Auto 9, is very dependent on you picking up upgrades for it. You need those upgrade slots or pieces, which are seen by connections and a percentage. So it'll boost up your damage, your accuracy, armor penetration, depending on what the PCB board has, by that much, up to a maximum. And then depending on which PCB board you could have this auto loader like I have, where you never have to worry about reloading. Or you can have ones with like massive damage. Laser focus, stuff like that. That just makes it the Auto 9 the best gun in the game. So if you've got the 6-point or 7-point whatever PCB board, then you're probably good. If you've got a 3 or a 4, you're gonna have a tough time. I will say that I really enjoyed RoboCop, but I enjoyed the movie as well. The original RoboCop 1 and 2. I don't really remember RoboCop 3. And then I didn't see the remake of RoboCop. So this relies heavily on the original trilogy. Now, what I didn't think about or realize was that the original RoboCop did not have Nuke in it at all. I'm like, no, that can't be right. But it is. It's one of those things that you misremember, unless you've seen the movie recently. And then I had rewatched RoboCop, and sure enough, there's no Nuke in it. It's not until RoboCop 2 that you see that. And the first one has just cocaine in it. Which is interesting because it's supposed to be kind of like futuristic, but also current day. It's like current day futuristic. I think that was the whole gist. Oh man, those rockets go so slow. Once again, you're probably going to want to hit them at the feet. So like I said, my current PCB board upgrade for the Auto 9 is not great. I probably only have half of the total number that's possible for a player to get within the game. Alright, I think it's just the one guy. Oh no, there's two guys. Alright, I think I'm down to the last guy now. Get in cover so I'm not taking the brunt of his attacks. And he's still hitting me. There. But look at all the bullets that I had to pile into the guy before he went down. Just like I said, oh, there's another recovery. And then get up to 100% with this. like I said, I've got enough upgrades in that skill tree that I basically get a full charge from wherever I'm at. And even when I'm damaged, I can get up to 70% as long as I'm not getting hit. Ah, these robots. So the robots were designed by OCP basically to be under complete and total control instead of having a human driver like RoboCop. Alright, I still have some rockets left. As long as the people aren't moving, I should be okay. I should be good to go. Yeah, so there's a couple guys there. Oh, he's got a rocket. There we go. Let's see if I can get a bunch of them. And then there's man, those things are so slow. Just right around the corner. Down to 5 rockets. There we go. If you can knock their head off, they'll shoot guys for you for a short time. There we go. Oh man, I'm glad I had my shield for that. That would have been ridiculous. So like I said, armor, not all the way up. So I mean, if you're gonna spec right into the fight aspect of the game, then you know maybe you're gonna go in with the combat and the vitality and the armor and nothing else. Like I said in a previous episode, I spec'd into skill points. I wanted to have the most skill points I could have during a run, so then I could have the maximum number of skill points available. So you could kind of see where I'm at. So deduction all the way up. Number 1. That was the first thing I did. And then put points in here and there and everywhere. Now if you find all the training, the free skill points, plus you get all the different side quests done and extra the secrets and the evidence and all the stuff that'll get you extra experience, you could get up to maybe 60 skill points by the end of your first playthrough. And then if you do a new game plus, you'll have everything fairly early on. But again, it depends on how you spec your points the first time through. Because I did deduction at the very beginning, I got bonuses for experience relatively early on. And then started to spec into other things. Oh, there's a sniper up there. Try to squeeze around the corner. Ooh, that was close. There we go. There's a whole bunch of bad guys over there, but I can only see, like 1 or 2 at a time. I'm looking behind me to see if there's more that are coming, and I don't see them. Where is that sniper at? Oh, there he is. It wasn't showing. That's that was weird. There he is. I have to go over, shoot him a little bit, duck behind cover. There we go. Wore down his armor. Yeah, most of the guns that you're going to see around here, not great. Every once in a while you'll see a heavy sniper or a grenade launcher or rocket launcher or a heavy machine gun. Even the heavy machine gun is decent. I wouldn't say it's awesome, but pretty good. Can't hit this guy for some reason. I don't know why. I got a couple hits on him there, but it's like I'm hitting his hand or something. His most armored piece. Like, that's got to be a glitch.
Everyone stand down.
All right, so we're going to fast forward to the
What are you doing? Why did you stop?
the best of the
That is
best.
not what I pay you for.
Turns out you don't pay
These
us
mercenaries
at all.
found out they're not getting paid.
The money transfer didn't go through.
We will settle this.
So Wendell's being hung out to dry as we speak. So we'll go ahead and see the final battle here between Wendell and RoboCop and what happens afterward, knowing full well that this is not
Just business.
the final act
I have bigger
of Rogue City. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check us out on social media, and thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing.
Close the door
And
on the
we'll
most
see you next
ambitious
time.
Project in this goddamn city.
Surrender, or there will be trouble.
I still have an army that will fight no matter what. So, RoboCop, prepare to meet your demise.
Now there is trouble.
This isn't over. Stay away! Stay the hell away!
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
You will regret throwing this opportunity away! Useless fucking machines! Can't you see? OCP is lying to you! I was the only one who was frank with you from the start! You can't win this. Not while OCP still stands.
There is nowhere else to go, Wendell Antonowski.
That's not even my real name. OCP gave me that identity. They knew evoking your past affects you. They wanted you emotional, to better manipulate you. You keep sacrificing yourself, and that's admirable. But at some point you have to ask yourself, for what? For the city that wants to witness your downfall? Or for the company that keeps sabotaging you? Join me. Together we can hold OCP accountable.
Another empty promise.
You hunt criminals down. Oh, let's make a stand against the biggest criminal of them all. It's time for you to stop obeying OCP and start putting yourself first.
Locking you up is putting myself first.
Oh, that would be a mistake.
I am only human.
Then why don't you die like one?
Is it done? Is Wendell Antonowski...
Dead. What about the city?
Everyone pulled through. We've got it under control, I think. We just got here moments before you. People are exhausted and trying to catch a little sleep. But I'm sure they would prefer catching up with you.
I will keep that in mind.
And Murphy. Good job.
So it's true. He's dead?
I am sorry that it did not happen in front of cameras.
That's all right. There's always another story. But tell me this. You killed the guy who started this all, exposed UEDs for what they are, and made sure they won't replace cops. You contained the riots and at least postponed the creation of Delta City.
What is your question?
After doing all that, why is no one celebrating?
That is not why we do this.
What a thankless job. Actually, maybe that's a story worth pursuing.
Would Channel 9 be interested?
Funny you should say that. I'm considering jumping ship. I realized that blindly chasing a story that would nail OCP made me hurt a lot of people who didn't deserve it. Mainly you. There's this local paper that does what I always said I wanted to do. They help people in the community and give them a voice. Oh, and it probably wasn't clear, but I tried to hide an I'm sorry somewhere in all this.
Noted.
I'm glad. See you out there, Robo.
You will.
You caught me sleeping at the desk. It's like I'm trying to convince you that I'm not cut out to be an officer.
We are all tired.
I talked to Reed and he said that someone from OCP already contacted him. Since the UEDs turned out to be a bust, they'll be reinstating everyone. Everyone that meets the criteria, of course. Since Becca no longer needs me, I think that's the end of my career.
Will that stop you from sending in another application?
What? No, never.
You can count on my recommendation, officer.
You do that for me? I don't know what to say. Thank you, RoboCop. It's been an honor.
It is safe out there again.
Oh, thank you. But I felt pretty safe ever since you left me with your partner, Officer Lewis. Feisty little thing, isn't she?
She makes me feel safe too.
Usually I'm a little anxious about leaving my patients, but these past couple of days I've gotten to meet some of the people in your world. Despite your circumstances, you've made a good life for yourself, Alex Murphy. I'm confident in saying that I'm leaving you in good hands.
Thank you, Doctor.
You know, I've been selected to join the Committee on Integration of Cybernetic Organisms into Society. I think it's important for people to know what I've learned here with you. I'll pass my conclusions along, and I hope OCP will do right by you. At least this one time. Goodbye, Alex.
We got Wendell.
Over the course of our relationship, I've grown enough to admit that it was mostly you who took down Wendell. So, good job, Tin Man. That guy brought a lot of suffering to this city. The phone calls I got from people begging for help made my stomach turn. It was overwhelming. At first, I didn't know what to do.
First time doing something selfless.
And last, I'm exhausted. I don't know how you do it. I had to help myself to a little pick-me-up that I found in the property room. You guys confiscate a lot of good stuff.
That is not something you should say to me.
Then I shall not say anything anymore. My medicine is starting to kick in anyway. Later, Tin Man.
You're back. So it's done.
It is.
Did Wendell do one of his kill him speeches after which he always leaves?
He did.
What a cheeseball. So, are you gonna stand around like that the whole day? Come on, sit down. A lot of things have changed since I wasn't around. For one, I've heard that there's another woman in your life.
Another woman?
Dr. Blanche? Seems that you two spent a lot of time talking together. I'm glad that there was someone you could lean on while I was away. You've been under a lot of pressure lately. It felt like every night at the hospital I was seeing your face on the news.
People trying to dissect your every word, question who you are, your past, your future. I wanted to say how proud I am that despite having all those people look at you under a microscope, you remain so composed. I know I wouldn't handle it that well. So, how did you do that?
I had help.
Oh, that little thing?
It served as a reminder of who I am, who I have always been,
A great police officer?
among other things.
I just want you to know that if you ever need to talk...
I know, Lewis. Thank you.
So, what's next for us, partner?
Our morning shift is about to start.
I'll get my gear.
You've got to see this!
Moments ago, what was reported as an unidentified creature has entered the OCB headquarters and is creating havoc. Reports of numerous casualties are coming in. No one seems to know what caused the chaos, and most importantly, who is going to stop it.
I guess the shift's starting early. Ready, partner?
I was born ready.
PlayStation